Pastor Haynes, when the last time you heard that one there?
Oh, man, Rickey Smiley, you put me back on this one. Thank you.
Yes, sir. That's Old Baptist Church, man. We got to get back to these choirs, man. I know you got a good word this morning.
Oh, thank you for this, Rickey Smiley, because life is tough, life is painful, life is filled with suffering and frustration, but isn't it good to know that God is in the midst of life going wrong? God is in the midst of life being tough. God is in the midst of the going getting rough. God is in the midst of bad times. God is, and this song lets me know, as long as you plug into God's isness, the good news is God's isness gives you what you need to overcome and make it through whatever it is life throws at you. I love it because the song says God is joy in the midst of sorrow. You see, it doesn't mean that life won't be filled with sorrow. It does not mean that you won't have days of grief and pain, but it does mean that in the midst of that pain, in the midst of that sorrow, in the midst of that grief, God can give you a joy that the world didn't give and the world can't take away. God can give you joy. Joy is what you have on the inside in spite of what may be happening around you on the outside. Joy is something that is greater than happiness because happiness is based on what's happening. Joy says regardless of what's happening, because God is my joy in the midst of sorrow. Somehow I have what it takes to rise above what is trying to take me down, because God is my joy in sorrow. But not only that, God is my protection. I love that because, listen, all of us got folk who try to come for us and we didn't even send for them. All of us have haters who love to attack us. But isn't it good to know that God has got you? Isn't it good to know that God is your protection? And since God is your protection, it means that when someone comes for you, they've got to deal with God. And since they've got to deal with God, that means the only way they can come for you without you sending for them, they've got to receive, here it is, God's permission. But if they get God's permission, they still got to deal with the fact that God is going to protect you and somehow bring good out of whatever they may try to bring that's bad to you. God is my joy. God is my protection. And then I love this part. It just says, you know what? God is my all and all. That means whatever you need, God is. If you're thirsty, God is water in a dry place. If you're fearful, God is the one that will give you faith in the midst of your fear. If you find yourself anxious, God is the one who is right there for you to aid in ensuring that you are mentally healthy and spiritually strong. Whatever you need, God is. So the good news is God is awesome. God is in the blessing business. God is your companion in the midst of your crisis. God is a deliverer. God is the one that will energize you when you feel like you can't go on. God is faithful. God is gracious. All I can say is God is my all in all. And since God is your all in all, just recognize you can make it through what you're going through. Just singing every day every step of the way. God is.
Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes. Pastor Haynes, let us know how you can be reached.
Hey, you can catch me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes, and my YouTube channel is Frederick Haynes.
There it is. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Love you, Ricky. Thank you for this, man.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 12 minutes after the hour, y'all. We got the hardest woman in radio filling in for Eva, doing 5 TV shows all in one day. And she's doing the news in the hot spot. Good morning, Brat.
Good morning. morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, filling in for Syllable Marcel with your front page news. All right, y'all. More information is coming out about the shooting in Atlanta that left 8 people dead. Police said that the 21-year-old suspect, Robert Aaron Long, told them that even though 6 of the victims were Asian women, the attacks were not racially motivated. He claimed instead to have a sex addiction and attacked the spots because they were places that tempted him.
He a white lie. The police a lie. The police sitting up there talking about he did all this because he had a bad day.
Man, listen.
It's funny how they always try to downplay and just try to make the
make light of it. Yeah.
Seem like the victim, like he had a bad day.
Yeah.
I'm shocked that they didn't take him to Burger King. You damn well know it's racially motivated. Because why he going to all those sex shops? He wasn't going to all them little shops for service in the past. Anyway, they lying. He lying and don't want to say that it's racially motivated when he know that is when the Asian community is under attack and we all know it or whatever. Yeah. And then for that damn police officer or whatever he is to get up there and tell that white lie.
Oof.
He's a white lie. And I said it and I don't take it back and I'm mad about it.
Yeah,
am I lying, Special K? Am I wrong?
No, you telling the dead. Hey, you ain't said no lies.
Sitting up there talking about he had a bad day. Imagine how the days feel with all the Asian Americans under attack while your stupid ex-president around here talking about the China virus and getting people all riled up and ginned up.
They're trying to set him up to have an excuse that he's mentally ill.
Absolutely. They always say that.
You know it. Yep, you know it.
I see.
Well, y'all, moving on, y'all. Lawyers are still trying to put together a jury for the George Floyd murder trial.
This early in the morning, right after the praise break. If you don't like what I said, your mama. I said what I said. And I'm really mad about that.
I know you
I hate you had to read that this morning because I'm just tired of these. That is the biggest threat to the United States in domestic terrorism right now is white men. Won't nobody say it. You want to try to sit here and act like white men are the biggest threat. They go out and they kill people. You got the Oklahoma bombing. You got the guy that went in there and shot all those people in the church. I could go on and on and on.
The Capitol insurrection.
Absolutely. They are the biggest threat. The FBI said the biggest threat to the United States of America is white men and domestic terrorism.
Right.
Say it what it is.
Right.
This early in the morning.
Well, real quick, let me get in it. Instead of April 15th for your tax filing deadline, you have until May 17th to get those taxes done. And we're gonna wrap up the news right there. Rock T, what you got in sports?
Man, let me touch on this real fast. Houston Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson got the full update, man. He actually has 2 civil lawsuits filed against him by Houston massage therapists alleging inappropriate conduct during massages in her home 12 months ago. The second lawsuit says Watson's behavior is part of disturbing pattern of preying on vulnerable women. Houston lawyer Tony Busby says there are actually 6 total cases against Watson, although only 2 lawsuits have been filed so far. So Watson continues to claim his innocence. We'll continue to follow this story, man. That's what I got right now for sports. Gary with the T. What's up there, Pimpin'?
All right, y'all. Tina knows is speaking out, honey. She's saying, honey, that Beyonce made a slight mistake, y'all, accepting her Grammy award the other day. Beyonce said, y'all, that she started working at 9 years old. Miss Tina said, girl, no, you didn't. You started working at 7, honey. You started working at 7. You worked very hard.
That's a mama for you.
That's a mama for you, honey. So she said, girl, we're going to correct an error right now. She said, you are truly a gracious class act. The color of the day is one of my favorite colors. My color of the day, y'all, is pineapple sorbet. On the high end, you say pineapple sorbet, and on the low end, you say beautiful white with a hint of yellow. That's the color for the day. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Rickey Smiley.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, the same as being body by P&G. That's right. Excuse me. Tune in to More Than That with Gia Peppers wherever you listen to podcasts. More Than That is sponsored by Bounty, Charmin, and Puffs. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So, y'all, Entertainment Tonight's Kevin Frazier, what I meant in drag was that he's being dragged on social media after asking black female celebrities to educate Sharon Osbourne on racism. So, during Osbourne's interview with Frazier, she claimed she was blindsided by Cheryl Underwood's line of questioning regarding her friend, Piers Morgan. She also claimed that she was set up based on a pact that she and her co-host made with each other, where they promised to never surprise one another with questions if they believed the other host had not been prepped. She's just saying everything. Okay, she also revealed that since she has apologized to Cheryl, and she said, "I love Cheryl. I apologize to Cheryl. She's not gotten back, and I understand Cheryl needs her time." She added, "I should have never have dismissed her feelings on national TV ever, but I said it and I have to own it." So after the interview, Frazier wrote on Instagram, "At some point we have to reach a point where we can sit down together and have tough conversations about race." He continued, "Let's get Chris Harrison. Let's get Michael Eric Dyson, Meghan Markle, Sharon, Amanda Seales, Cheryl Underwood. Y'all suggest some names and have a summit. Let's move forward. Capital forward." Baby, Amanda Seales responded back. She said, "Y'all stay capping for these Karens. You must be out your goddamn on mind, okay?" Later, she said, "First of all, it is not the responsibility of blacks to educate whites on how they cannot be trash folks. They made up racism. Why we gotta teach each other why we gotta teach you how to not be racist?" And on another level, completely devoid of any consideration for the fact that Cheryl and Holly have been the brunt of this women's racist BS. So basically, you're asking victims to come and have a nice little sit down with their attacker, so this will make you feel better? She came with that one.
Wow.
Shout out to Amanda Seales for that one. We're going to wrap up the hot spot right there. Coming up, we got a special K with the news that you absolutely positively cannot use. And we got your wake-up calls, y'all. So hit us up at 866-9-RICKY. That's 1-866-9-RICKEY. The time now is 26 minutes before the top of the hour, y'all. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Liar! I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 12 before the top of the hour, y'all. Comedian extraordinary Special K got news you positively absolutely cannot use. What up, K?
Boy, I tell you what. What's happening? This is almost like, now that I'm looking at it, it's almost like a hood jeopardy.
Oh, yeah.
Things broke dudes in the hood always have.
Right.
Them stimulus checks ain't hit everybody's account yet. And I think we all know dudes in the hood that be broke, but they always got some things in common.
Right.
Things broke dudes always have. Here you go. They always have some weed. They might not have a lot of weed, but they got some weed.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what they always have, too?
What?
A lighter. Whenever you ask a dude, do he have a lighter? He ain't got nothing else. He ain't got 12 cents to put together, but he always got a lighter.
Yes, sir.
He always got one cigarette.
Be out there with some firecrackers. I promise you, he's gonna come out of nowhere. He
gonna pat them pockets and be like, "Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's right here. Here you go. Here
Especially
you go."
if you got a big firework, he really help you like that.
Boy, he always got a lighter. He always got broke dudes in the hood. Always got nice sneakers. At least one pair.
Always.
They got that one fresh, crispy pair of Air Force Ones that don't never be dirty. Something else dudes in the hood had when they broke. Now, free time. Got a lot of free time. They always have a great idea for business. You ever saw that? You ever told me, man, hey, boy, you know what we need to do, boy? They always got a great idea for business. You know what else great dude broke? Huh?
Chris Tucker said, his home.
I already know.
What did they say? He said, my sister's a nurse.
We got
to open up us a hospital.
He said he just needed $30,000 to get him an ambulance. They were gonna start a hospital.
That's big thinking right there, Jack.
They're gonna start them a hospital. He said, bro, you cut grass. He said, no, we're gonna start as a hospital. I just need $30,000 to get that first ambulance, and it's on after that. Broke dudes in the hood always had a baby mama EBT card on. They always had a baby mama EBT card.
Sometimes. Yeah.
They always have a bunch of kids.
Yeah, Brat yawn.
That's what it was.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I think that's Brat. Hold on. Somebody trying to send a message. Okay.
Oh,
you know what?
man. Oh, it's too early.
Dave, I'm not doing it. Dave. I'm not doing it.
Dave won't even let you go to commercial. He won't let you sit in it.
I'm turning my mic off.
I want him to suffer the same way we're all suffering.
Me and Roxy was trying to help you, man. Brad got you, man.
I had a couple courtesy laughs there before you came.
This was more of a thought piece.
Right. I'm with you, Kay. Don't.
Yeah, see, sometimes you got Brad.
Hold it. Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. What up, Gary?
Good morning. Excuse me.
Oh.
Good morning. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. Is it Wednesday or Thursday? Thursday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news. Y'all, Cardi B and Candace Owens is back at it again. Remember, I reported earlier this week that Candace Owens says she is suing Cardi B 100%, honey, for saying bad, disparaging things about her that definitely was not true. Well, now they are back at it again. They had about an hour-long Twitter fight, and people are saying, oh, my God, honey. What is wrong with these two beautiful African-American women? Well, you know, it started out after Candace Owens reacted to Cardi B's WAP performance at the Grammys. You know, Cardi B, she said she seemed flattered that and she responded to Candace's conversation, honey. She said, wait, quote, just text me next time, she said directly. She said, you are a cancer cell to culture. She said, young black girls are having their minds poisoned, honey, by what you are trying to package and sell to them, empowerment. And it went on and on. Then that led to the back and forth for the two of them for like an hour on Twitter. So Cardi B then blasted Candace Owens for marrying y'all a wonderful white man. So Candace replied. She said, making my husband a sandwich, honey, is not submissive. Cooking for your family is not submissive. Yes, a good woman should take care of her family. And yes, a good man does the same. She said, my relationship is healthy. You can't say the same, so maybe take some notes. Then, baby, allegedly Cardi B went after her, honey, for being with this white man. And so, baby, Cardi B, honey, she said she's submissive to white men. And this is what Candace told her. She said, first of all, Cardi girl, who owns your record label? Who owns CBS and the Grammys? Who made the most money off your WAP? She said, you sold it to who? And, baby, these girls went off. And that's kind of true. I mean, Cardi said things to her, but Candace said, girl, but you talking about white men, so, but girl, all these white men own everything you own. So you can't really say that much, so, honey. So now this girl says she's suing. She said she wanted to sue 100%, honey, because Cardi said some things about it. And, you know, but Brad, who owns all these people and all this stuff?
But when you're in an argument, you go back and forth. That's it.
Well, they went back and forth, so honey. So now these girls, so we're gonna see how that suit turn out because it's very sad, y'all.
What you think, Gary? Do you think she gonna get some money from Cardi B for talking about her? It wasn't no terroristic threats happening. Anybody said they was gonna kill nobody. You can't have an argument. You can't defend yourself.
Yeah, well, but then too, allegedly Cardi B said that Candace's husband was sleeping with her brother. So she said that was definitely slander.
It was a joke. She mean it was a joke.
Well, we gonna show see, honey. But we just need to pray for both of them because we love them both, honey. So let's just keep them lifted up in prayer.
No, we don't.
Oh, I don't.
Cardi B is a comedian, so she was.
Yeah, we love Cardi B now.
I don't like Candace. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, this is a beautiful, touching story, y'all. I'm so glad to report it, y'all. According to TMZ, y'all, Ray J and Princess Love have decided to call off their divorce, y'all, for the second time.
Man.
They say Princess, honey, filed the most recent set of dismissal documents on the latest divorce petition back in May 2020. Now, they say months later in July, she dismissed the case. Then in September, Ray J filed documents of his own. Now, they say the two have been married since 2016. But love will keep them together. I mean, they really love each other. You know, when y'all people get married and y'all don't know if you love one another or you don't. The first argument, you're ready to run for divorce. So, I mean...
Tired of the back and forth, though. I want them to do what they gonna do. Either stick it out or don't make it. Like, the back and forth is just weighing me out, Lord. I wish them the best, though, but my goodness, if you break up, then don't tell nobody or something. And then if you're going to get back together, do that. But, oh, Lord, I'm on the emotional roller coaster like Viv Green over here. Like, it's break up, it's back together, it's break up, it's divorcing. They got left outside. Somebody left the baby. And somebody, oh, my God, I'm just
But did the Bible say you should stay together? The Bible said you should stay together. Isn't divorce a sin or something? So, I mean... Ricky know about him.
Yeah. If it ain't working out, you got to get a divorce because you know the good Lord want us all to be happy. So if you can't make each other happy, go your separate ways and find happiness somewhere else or with someone else.
Oh Lord. Well, we're glad they stand together, y'all, honey. And speaking of staying together,
I'm happy for them. I want them.
Yeah.
Oh, they are staying together.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Yeah, they're going to stay together, yeah. So we're just going to keep them lifted up in prayer, y'all. And then my quick for free story, y'all, they say Drake is madly in love with Kim Kardashian. They say, honey, he been texting her, calling her and everything. They say he said a long time ago that Kanye was not the right man for Kim, and he feel that he's the right man for her. But I looked at Drake. Drake looks corny. Kim would run all over him, honey. She ain't got time. That first husband of hers, that basketball player, she was there with the light-skinned guy. She ran over him, and they stayed together for, 30 days or something? Yeah, Chris Humphries. They didn't stay together long, and Drake seemed like that same type of guy. So
oh, no.
So we're going to see how that turn out, though.
That ain't going to... because it's too many women. Drake ain't ready to settle down with Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, they both too famous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hell, Kanye was famous. He was just as famous as Drake.
And you see it didn't work out, did it?
Oh, yeah. All right, the color today, this is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is pineapple sorbet. On the high end, you say pineapple sorbet, and on the low end, you say beautiful white with a hint of yellow. That's your color for today.
All right, y'all, give it up for Gary with the T. All right, 22 minutes after the hour, it's time for the wake-up call. Let's go.
My name is Keyshia Cole. I'm calling from Miami, Florida. I'm calling to wake up all the Illy clans. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hi, this is Yolanda Freeman in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I want to wake up my friend, Kim Valley. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I want to say wake up to my baby mama. It's DNA day at the courthouse. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is LaTray calling from Dillon, South Carolina. Wake up, wake up, wake up. And stay safe during this inclement weather.
This is Sonia Holmes from Little Rock, Arkansas. My best friend got a stimulus check yesterday. We shopping. Wake up, Sarah. Wake up, wake up. Let's go,
tuned in, lock in. What's yours? Because we gon' let them know. Huntsville, wake up. Chattanooga, wake up. In Shreveport, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. When you at Jackson, wake up. Savannah, wake up. In Charleston, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I appreciate it, Brat.
You're welcome, Ricky.
So excited about our next guest, man. Some of us been rocking with him since the days of Boogie Down Productions, and now, thanks to Club Quarantine, he's probably the most recognizable DJ on the planet. Y'all, please help me give it up for D Nice. Hey, what up, man?
What's up, bros? Good to hear your voice. Good up to everyone's voices.
Man, good morning to you, man, and thank you for being here and you on the West Coast, so it's early, right, Brat?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Man, we are so excited to have you, man. Hey, look, I got to ask you this, man. Take us back to March of last year when you did the very first Club Quarantine. What was going through your mind, and did you realize the impact that it had?
Well, I mean, I know Brat can understand this as a rap artist and DJ. I was like sitting there freaking out, like, yo, what do you mean 2 months? What do you mean a year of not working? And I just decided to play music online just as a way to keep my mind focused. And no, I didn't think we would be here 1 year later. And no, I did not think it was going to have the impact that it did. But it's truly been a blessing.
It was crazy, D. You brought us back to life. Like,
right.
we had that on and we was able to reminisce and have good memories and just enjoy the stuff that we used to do and just dance around. I mean, you was grooving. Then you had your little swag with it and you be rocking. Right. I mean, it's just jamming, yo. Let me just get to the question. So tomorrow you plan to do a live Club Quarantine for 24 hours nonstop. Now, when does the club open up? Because I'm ready. And what can we expect?
Well, the club opens at 12 p.m. Pacific time for 24 straight hours. And, you know, I'm just going to be jamming, you know, like playing the music the way we listen to it at home, you know, like we listen to all genres. And that's how I'm going to get down tomorrow. And I'm excited about it.
Man, and we're definitely excited to premiere your brand new song in just a few minutes. It features Neo, and it's called No Plans for Love. Tell us about the new song, and when, can we expect the album?
Yes. So the album, we're like literally like halfway done with the album project. It's going to be out towards the end of June. But the first single is coming out tomorrow on the anniversary of Club Quarantine, and features Neo, produced by a gentleman out of Miami named Kent Jones, another performer, and co-produced by me. And it's it's just a fun record. It combines the essence of what CQ is all about, just music that feels good to your soul. So I'm happy that Neo is the first artist that jumped on a project with me. So this is like a dream come true for me.
Yeah, congratulations, man. Neo is dope. Now, a lot of people don't know that you are a very talented photographer. So who is at the top of your wish list of people you may want to have a shoot session with?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I love, I did like, I was a featured photographer on America's Next Top Model as well. So I love fashion. So it would be awesome to one day work with Rihanna. That would be like the perfect person for me because I like edgy photography.
Dope.
Right. Man, all right, so here's the most important question that we're about to ask, and we might have to do a drum roll on this one. All right, very important, because it's a big fight. It's a big fight going on all over the country. This right here is going to determine where your career goes, brother. You need to pray about this, brother. This is really important, brother. This ain't about Biden. This ain't about Biden and Trump, man. This bigger than politics. Are you ready? Does sugar go on grits?
Oh, nah, I don't put sugar on grits, man. That's not my thing. I don't know whose side I'm on, but like, whose side I'm not on.
Hey, that's what the D stand for in D9. Sugar don't go on grits.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's not wait any longer, man. We are premiering this first here on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The new single featuring Neo and Kent Jones is called No Plans for Love. Ladies and gentlemen, his name is D Nice.
Yeah!
Congratulations, brother, man. Thank you, man.
Congrats, D.
Black Tony, what's up?
Shawty, what's up here? I ain't gonna be at work today. I'm letting you know that right now. I ain't gonna be there.
Damn, man, I was gonna ask you to drive me to the Improv in Houston.
Shawty, I let you, if I survive through the day, Shawty, I'll let you know about tomorrow. I got to survive through the day, though, Shawty, because my life in danger right now.
What happened?
My whole life in danger right now. You don't hear that, boy?
Hear what?
Yes, that noise right there.
Yeah, I hear the wind.
Yo, it's bad storms right now in Atlanta. It's a whole baby tornado in my front yard, Shawty. I can't go out there. I'm liable to die if I go out there, Shawty. It's a baby tornado right there. I'm sticking the phone out right now.
The whole street of tornado in your front yard.
It's a small one. It's a baby tornado, but it's real powerful, Shawty. It's like 6 feet tall, but it's like 300 miles an hour. Hold on. You hear that, Shawty? If I step out there, I'm gonna be dead.
Yeah, I hear it, man. Are you gonna end up in the
by the window? Huh?
You gonna end up in Oz?
Yo, I can't go out into that until it leaves. Shot it been here since like 3 o'clock in the morning. Shot it's just standing right there, waiting on somebody to step outside.
Click your Air Force Ones together. You are gonna end up in Bankhead.
Look, Shot I can't do it. I can't risk my life.
Man, come on, man. That tornado ain't that bad, Black Tony, man.
I know. And you know what, Shawty? My mama told me you were gonna say the exact thing. My mama said, Black Tony, don't listen to him, cause he's gonna try to make you come out and try to run past that tornado, and you're gonna be dead. And that I ain't finna do it, Shawty.
Now, what happened to the wind? What happened to the wind? I don't hear the wind no more. What happened?
Hold on, let me stick the phone back out there. Hold on. Okay, there it go again, Shawty. There it go again, Shawty.
So,
my mama said I need to stop working for you, Shawty, because you don't care nothing about my life.
All right, bro. I mean, you don't come to work. You ain't been to work. How long was the last time you been to work, Rock?
My mama tell me don't worry about it. She said, Black Tony, you a good boy, and just wait. John Johnny gonna hire you to work for his show. You ain't gonna have to work for Rickey Smiley no more. Ugly ass.
Hold it. Half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rick's Smiley Morning Show, 6 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea and the clue of the day. Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Rapper Future Hendrix, y'all. People are saying, some people say he may need to go to jail. Some people say he may have not had nothing to do with this situation. But the situation is, they're saying, y'all, that Future allegedly, y'all, stood by and watched, honey, as a beautiful woman was thrown to the floor by his security. Now, they're saying, y'all, that the woman made the mistake of trying to get close to Future, the father of 6. Now, they're saying that the rapper watched as his security, y'all, grabbed the woman and threw her down to the floor. Now, a viral video shows that the rapper was watching as the fans, argued with Future security. And, and they got all of his face. Now, they're saying his security guard grabbed the woman, y'all, by the throat, honey, with one hand. They say he threw her down on the floor repeatedly in the crowded nightclub. Now, they say at one point he threw her down and pinned her to the floor by her neck. But they said the camera, y'all, panned over to Future, who looked as calmly as if he was watching a damn sporting event.
I watched the video, and what it was a Karen, and she was running up. She was super aggressive.
Very,
she was running up.
Say that.
And she kept running up back. Like, what was this? Now, if she had ran up and slapped him in his face or something like that, then it would have been a security fault that it happened. The way I saw it was he was doing everything he could not to knock her out.
Who, the
she
security
kept coming
guard?
back.
Oh, my. But that's a white woman. Do you do that to white women? I mean,
well, white women ain't got no business running up in nobody's face like that. Just because you white, you don't get to run up on nobody.
Well, people saying, honey,
she gonna learn today.
So they were saying he should go to jail because he watched that happen, and his it's like saying
please.
No.
And all them white cops should go to jail for running up on black people. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if that's your bodyguard, you paying this guy. It's like you saying sick and like a dog and go get him or what have you. And stuff
he was guarding his body.
Okay.
And keeping that woman from getting up on her.
She was really aggressive, and she was throwing a punch too.
Yeah, she was running. Man, she was running up like a wild woman.
But I mean, y'all all celebrities. Would y'all have y'all security do that to y'all fans? I mean, I'm sure she probably was.
Yep.
Some people get irrational, Gary. They be a little crazy. They get a little. Yeah, you got to protect yourself by any means necessary.
I can't tell you how many times women have gripped my butt on the way to the stage at a comedy club, and I have stopped the whole show and put the spotlight on it and checked it and ruined. I don't care about the moment. I'm gonna correct you right there on the spot, because had it been the other way around, I would be in jail.
Right.
And I'm telling you, man, it's like sometimes you get fans that have a sense of entitlement, and they do too much touching and too touchy-feely, too aggressive, and feel entitled. You know what I'm saying? If you shaking hands, you shaking hands. Well, I'm just going to get a hug. You know, all that kind of stuff, man. You don't understand.
And Rick, just for clarity, let's say we don't support violence against women on any means. But in that situation, when that woman becomes a threat potentially, he was trying to keep her away from his person that pays him.
What made her think she was going to go through a big old bodyguard to get the Future and start trying to punch the bodyguard? Like for real. We're going to call the police? You're in a situation trying to move him through a crowd. Everything is chaotic, and then you get aggressive right there on the spot. You can't call the police right there. You can't even get to your phone. It's so crazy. He's just doing his job. I hate it. I hate that it happened. But, man, people be doing too much.
Well, and maybe she was thinking, too, because she know that in the world today that we live in, most African-American men will sell their mama for a European woman. So maybe she felt she was privileged, and she could just go up and touch him in his garment. So, I don't know. But anyway,
if she'll get pregnant.
All right. In my final story, y'all, baby, Lionel Love is speaking out. She said Nicki Minaj was once an hour late, honey, for the real appearance. Now, and she went back to, it was, people were talking about, what's her name? Tiffany Haddish, people was comparing her to Nicki Minaj and what have you. So Lionel decided to speak out. She said Nicki was late an hour for her show. She said, and then after being late, her people said that she had to get Nicki's people some chicken. So she said she went to Popeye's Chicken, honey, and got them some chicken because they wanted a lot of chicken. She said with them being late, they had to feed her Nicki's people and stuff. So people saying that Nicki, is just not having a good look right now. And I know, Brad, you like Nicki, and we all like Nicki and stuff, but it's just not being a good look for her right now.
Way sometimes.
Yeah. Have y'all ever been late and demanded people buy your people food? That's
I tell you what, me personally, I'm the first one at the show. The Martin Lawrence tour, just in case the comedians get stuck in traffic, I promise you I'm sitting on the side of that stage. If I have to go out and perform until the comedians get there, I'm always on point and on time and prompt when it comes to them comedy shows. Like Real Talk, especially because you know it. You know, I have walked out on stage when the promoter wasn't ready and said, hey, I'm starting this show because I have to be on the air in the morning and I'm not going to be here all night. And walked out there, no introduction, nothing. I'll start a show.
What about work?
The radio station. I've had a couple of times when I was doing that very popular sitcom I had with Ray J.
That's why it's still on the air.
Don't get it twisted. Number one show in Nigeria.
In Nigeria, baby. But, honey, those girls don't even see it because, honey, come on too late. The color of the day is one of my favorite colors. My color of the day is pineapple sorbet. On the high end, you say pineapple sorbet. And on the low end, just say white with a hint of yellow. That's your color for the day.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the team.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, please help welcome the senior advisor to the president and director of the White House Office of Public Engagement, Mr. Cedric Richmond.
Hey, thank you for having me again.
Man, thank you. Seemed like since we interviewed you the first time, I see you on the news all the time, and it's like all of these questions just pop up now. Like, I should have asked him this, I should have asked him that. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing pretty good. Look, it's a good day for us, the administration. We passed a lot of relief for a lot of working families and a lot of people who want to be working. So we're actually excited to go out and tell people how to access the benefits.
Right. So a lot, just in case if people wait, I'm sure everybody know now a lot of people are starting to get their $1,400 stimulus payments from President Biden's American Rescue Plan. But there are other ways that the plan may benefit many Americans as well. What do you want people to know?
Well, one, I want them to know that we have help in there for people who are behind on their rent. We have help in there for people who are behind on their utilities, even mortgage payments. But the other thing is, let's take a family of four.
Right.
That doesn't make over $150,000. They're going to get $1,400 for both adults. They're going to get $1,400 for each child that they have. So they would get a check for $5,400, but it doesn't stop right there. We need them to file their taxes because they're actually going to get the child tax credit for the two children in the house. And then starting in June, instead of at the end of the year getting the credit, we're going to break it up by month from June to December. So I think that would be probably another $600 a month that they would get into the end of the year. And so what we want to make sure is that we fought so hard to get this passed that people don't let the opportunity to take advantage of it pass. And so that's why you'll see the president in Georgia on Friday to make sure that our people there understand what's there and how to access it. So that's what we're doing.
So for the people who have not gotten their stimulus payment, what should they do when they haven't gotten their check yet?
Well, it depends on how they received the last one, whether it was by direct deposit or mail. We have millions of checks in the mail right now. So I would just tell them to check the mailbox, and if they don't have it by next week, to follow up with IRS or Treasury to just see where they are in the process.
Mr. Richmond, so now originally the president had hoped to have a increase in minimum wage for workers, but the Senate didn't approve that, and they took it out of the bill. So in your opinion, what will it take to finally, after 12 years or so, raise the federal minimum wage?
We're going to find a way to raise it. You should not work 40 hours a week and still live in poverty. That's just not who we are.
Right.
And that's not what we want to happen. So there are several ways that we can try it, and it may be a combination of all of the above, but we think that we can get 60 votes in the Senate to raise the minimum wage, and that's what we're going to try to do, which is why during the campaign, I came on the show a lot and I talked about the president's commitment to racial equity. This ARP that we passed was centered around racial equity. So we're going to lift 50% of all children living in poverty out of poverty this year. We're going to lift 34% of black people that live in poverty out of poverty this year, and 39% of Hispanics. So minimum wage is right there, just as important. And we're going to have to figure out a way to do it because the president said he's going to raise the minimum wage. And I guess it's up to all of the people that work for him for us to figure out a way to get it done.
Yeah, and I just want to say before I ask this next question, man, keep fighting. Man, don't worry about the Republican votes, man. The people of the United States voted in this administration for y'all to do what y'all doing. You know, because I just don't understand, you know, it seems like Democrats are just so willing to work with Republicans when they just will not even get one vote, not one vote on a bill that just make perfect sense that Republican constituents benefit from as well as you know, Democrats. So I just wanted to say that and just say keep fighting and just keep doing what you have to do with or without the Republican vote. That's just my thing. That's me. But how are we looking in regards to staying on track for everybody being able to get the COVID vaccine by the end of May?
We're on track. I think we've added about 400 million doses. We've added J&J. So before, people wouldn't even probably qualify to get the vaccine until end of June. Now, come May 1st, there's no more pecking order. So May 1st, you want a vaccine, sign up for it. And we're encouraging everybody to do that because we really think by July 4th, people will be able to gather at their homes for small barbecues in a safe manner. Now, no, you're not coming down to New Orleans and doing Essence Fest for July 4th, but you can stay in your backyard and entertain some family and friends.
There it is, man. Hey, man, thank you so much for joining us this morning, and we look forward to hearing from you soon. Y'all give it up for President Biden's senior advisor, Cedric Richmond.
Thank you.
Good morning, show, man. It's about that time. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. What up, Jeff?
Hey, what's up, Rick? Good morning to you, brother.
Man, good morning to you, man.
I got 3 things for you. Thank you, sir. I got 3 things for you, man. One, do you realize it is the 20th anniversary of the O.J. Simpson decision?
Oh, wow.
I know, right? I was looking yesterday, and I was looking at all of these cameras that they had in various places when the reaction came down.
Right.
And I remember I was in college. I was at the University of Toledo, and I was in a black woman's literature class that was mixed. It was mixed race in this class. And I'll never forget because we were jimmy rigging the TV to figure out how we could make sure we could see it because all the TVs weren't connected to broadband then. And I just remember how the black kids erupted like Jesus came back and the white kids died, like literally dead in the classroom. And it was one of the most racially polarizing things. And what white people didn't understand at the time that we weren't celebrating OJ. We were celebrating Johnny Cochran kicking the justice system in the teeth. And it was one of those moments that was such a lost in translation cultural moment for a lot of people, because if you didn't understand the black community and our war with justice, then you didn't understand that decision. And there were people who always thought that we were celebrating OJ when OJ really had nothing to do with it. And, 20 years later, we're not in a better place as it relates to race and even understanding. And so as we have to sit and listen to a police officer give a press conference talking about a mass murderer just had a bad day, and that based on what he told him, that he was not targeting Asian Americans, specifically Asian women in Atlanta, talking about he was dealing with a sex addiction and this was how he walked it out. It's like the humanity that is given to these white boys when they
I said it this morning, Jeff. I said it this morning.
Like the humanity they extend to them is freaking insane, and it speaks to white supremacy. And then we always get called for using a race card. Well, it's not race card; it's the receipts. I'm not playing a race card. I'm showing the receipts. And the receipts are when black people do something, there's one narrative. When white boys are mass murderers, it is always a mental health issue. They are always given humanity when they are arrested. There is some officer that is always connecting with them and their humanity, and then attempting to actually be an ambassador and an explainer for the murderer versus the victims. And
my thing is, well, why did nobody, all the black people standing up there, I wish I had been standing up there where next to Keisha Lance Bottoms, because I would have jumped on that mic and called him out right then, right there, on the spot. On the spot. All these black people standing up there. I would have turned around and looked dead at him and said, "This is the problem we have with white supremacy." What did the FBI said, according to research, who is the biggest threat to domestic terrorism in the United States of America? Who?
White nationalists.
Who?
White nationalists.
Them.
White nationalists.
And he gonna go in there and tell that white lie and use sex addiction, which not what it was. We all know what it was, because there's a trend of attacks on Asian Americans, and that's what it was. And then you're gonna put it on sex addiction.
But what it also speaks to, if you're saying that, is it talks about a dehumanization of Asian women who are in the sex industry. And so it still comes out as the same thing. Fool,
Right.
like, all you doing is validating the point. Man, Rick, let me say this too, man, before I get out of here, because I really think it's important. Some of you may have seen that Tamir Rice's mother came hard at Tamika Mallory after she gave a speech during the Grammys, and, you know, literally, I mean, came directly at her, saying that in some cases that she was manipulating her son's death and the death of others. She questioned why she was even involved in police brutality when she had previously been running the women's movement. And it was rough, man. And I think what's so challenging is that there is so often a disconnect between national leadership and local impact. And Tamir Rice's mother is pissed, and she should be, because she wasn't served by the justice system. She, in many cases, and literally, Rick, right now, they are trying to decide in Cleveland who is going to be the U.S. District Attorney for the Northern District of Ohio. And that's the person that was responsible for ensuring she got justice. I know there's only one black woman that's up for that post. But again, as we start talking about who makes the real difference, that's important. I only got a couple of seconds, but I have to say, I've known Tamika Mallory for almost 20 years. I've known when she has not had nearly anything in the bank because she has been trying to do this work. She was doing police brutality when she was a kid coming up in New York, working under Sharpton. And I have only known her to have credibility. And so we got to understand that just because you use media doesn't mean you're using the people. But simultaneously, Rick, we got to fund local leadership and local infrastructure better than we do, because all we allow them to do is pit our national folks against our local folks when we all getting played. Y'all hit me at Jeff's Nation on all social media. Rick, always appreciate the time, brother. Y'all have a fantastic Thursday, and I will catch y'all next week.
Hey, happy Thursday, Jeff. Appreciate everything you do, brother.
All right, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you just saw them shut down the Grammys with their performance last weekend. Listen, y'all, please welcome the super duo Silk Sonic, Bruno Mars, and Anderson .Paak. Yes, we did. So happy to have y'all, man. Thank y'all for coming on, man.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having us.
Man, listen, so Sunday was phenomenal, man. You killed both performances while making your stage debut as Silk Sonic. But that dedication to Little Richard was absolutely off the chain. What was your take on this year's Grammy?
I thought due to the circumstances, I thought the producer, Ben Winston, did an incredible job. Mm-hmm. Everybody involved in it. You know, me and Andy had to take about 20 COVID tests each. Yeah. Just to perform. Right. Yeah. So our noses are damn near pierced at this point. We're leaking. And we're leaking. But it was worth it. It was worth it. We wanted to give, I feel like people been missing music. We definitely miss being on stage. Mm-hmm. This quarantine got us all jacked up, so it was just nice to sing again. And they put us in them primetime slots. And that comes in the contract from here on out.
Right. Hey, so you actually had a petition, to get on the Grammy stage. Did they originally tell y'all no?
No, it's not that they didn't tell us no, but we weren't on the bill, and we needed to change that because we really need this promotion, Ricky. You see, we got a lot riding on this song. Yeah.
Right.
It's real music. It's real music. So, we need all the spots we can get. It wasn't really a petition. It was just, a suggestion like, if y'all got some open slots, we want to
know what I'm saying? We know how to put on a good show.
Now, this Silk Sonic, like, where did you get the idea and inspiration for this collaboration?
Me and Andy went on tour in 2017. Him and his band, the Free Nationals. We were all on the 24 Karat Magic tour together. We all hit it off. You know, we'd watch Andy and his band just whoop ass every night. Me and Andy started hanging. He would book studios. We'd go to the studio and you know, write some songs. We ended up writing a song that got on his record Ventura. And from there, just created a bond.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And actually, we started this idea. We started a song idea in 2017. And during quarantine, I called Andy up. I was like, yo, remember that idea we had? I think I got something for it. Come down to the studio. It was actually his birthday. And he came down to the studio on his birthday. Drunk as hell, Ricky.
Right.
Laid them vocals, though.
But he laid them vocals, and it just turned into like, all right, well, you want to come back tomorrow and see what happens? And all of a sudden, Bootsy Collins is narrating this whole project.
Hey, I got to throw this in there. Bootsy Collins gave me one of his bass guitars. How about that?
You're lying.
The guitar.
Now I'm jealous.
I'm not lying. I got a star bass guitar, and he said he would not sign it unless I learn how to play it. So I've been taking lessons.
Oh,
good, man. That's good.
Yeah, but I am so excited, man. Now, with the country starting to open back up, man, will fans be able to catch Silk Sonic on the road this summer?
We're crossing our fingers. I think both me and Andy both come from a live background, and that's always been the victory lap, is work hard in the studio and make sure that these songs can, you know, rock a crowd. So actually, that's been our whole philosophy and motto working on this project. And, you know, we keep saying, like, yo, we got to make the set list of doom.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So other bands fear.
They ain't trying to play after us.
They're not trying to play after us. So no one's going to play. We're just going to destroy the stage and set it on fire. And so that's been the mentality since we started this project. And I even with with Leave the Door Open, like, yo, if we're going to sing and slow it down, then we got to make sure we're singing the hell out of these songs. You know, Andy's singing in a register. I don't think anyone's ever heard him sing.
Not since I was 14.
Not since he was 14.
Not since
I'm like, Andy, if you don't feel something,
right.
If you don't feel like something about to pop, you're not doing it right.
and which, by the way, Leave the Door Open, which just recently is already number 4 on Billboard. So congratulations for that.
Hey.
Yes, sir. You both are superstars, and you have learned a lot in this industry. So if you would each give one piece of advice to somebody that's trying to break through, what would it be?
Andy, go ahead.
Don't listen to nobody.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you gotta just
trust your gut.
Trust your gut, and don't try to be different just to be different. You know, the thing is, like, be you and hope that people like you. Yeah. You know, write your music and hope that people like your music. But don't try to fit yourself into some kind of box or put yourself in a box or in some kind of category. I think with this song, Leave the Door Open, me and Andy kind of knew. You know, Ricky, you know what obviously the inspiration from this music comes from. But this is me and Andy's background as far as playing live and always being in bands and live instrumentation. But we know that this song is not necessarily It's not. It might not be what TikTok friendly.
Yeah, used to.
You know, in 2021. But I just think it's important that this, live instruments don't die.
That's right.
Right.
Trust that we believe in the song, and artists got to believe in themselves. They can't be just, worried about what the other person is doing. You just got to trust that it's going to work out and be confident in it.
And also know that, like, me and Andy, like, we don't want to. We knew that everyone, we're gonna read things that say, oh, these guys, these words like retro and that kind of stuff. It's like if it got a bass line, it's retro at this point. Right. So you can't be scared of that, and we weren't scared of that. We're just gonna do what we love because this is what we want to do.
Man, I am so excited for y'all, man. Listen, bro, man, congratulations on everything, and thank you both. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for Bruno Mars and Ricky.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 27 minutes after the hour. Got your front page. Good morning, Brat.
Good morning, Ricky. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, filling in for Eva Marcel with your front page news. Well, y'all, more information is coming out about the shooting in Atlanta that left 8 people dead. And even though 6 of the victims were Asian women, police are not calling the attack a hate crime. Instead, y'all, they say the 21-year-old suspect, Robert Aaron Long, told them the crime was related to sex addiction and the spas were placed of temptation for him. So
Lies.
Yeah. Moving on, y'all, in weather news, tornadoes have hit at least 5 states in the Deep South, with the greatest damage being in Alabama and Mississippi. Folks in Jackson, Mississippi were already under a water crisis, but officials have lifted boil water advisories. Now, the bad weather is headed east to Georgia and North and South Carolina, so about 45 million people could see tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds. Meanwhile, lawyers are still trying to put together a jury in the George Floyd murder trial. Yesterday, 2 jurors were dismissed over concerns that they had been tainted by the news last week that the city was giving Floyd's family $27 million in a settlement. So there are 9 people on the jury so far, and they need 12 and 2 alternates to proceed. And finally, y'all, you got a little bit more time to get your taxes done. Yesterday, the IRS announced that the tax filing deadline is being pushed to May 17th. So that's what's going on in your headline news. Rock T, what you got up in sports?
Already bringing it tat. Let's start off with the update. Houston Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson has 2 civil lawsuits filed against him by Houston massage therapists alleging the inappropriate conduct during massages in her home 12 months ago. The second lawsuit says Watson's behavior is part of disturbing pattern of preying on vulnerable women. Houston lawyer Tony Busby says that it's actually 6 cases against Watson, although only 2 lawsuits have been filed. Watson continues to claim his innocence. Vanessa Bryant, widow of the late Kobe Bryant, revealed the names of the officers who allegedly shared photos of the helicopter crash scene where Kobe and daughter Gigi died. Filed a lawsuit against L.A. County sheriffs and fire departments. One deputy took 25 to 100 photos on his personal cell phone, including some focused solely on the victim's remains, and shared throughout text messages to other deputies who had no connection with the investigation. So we'll keep you posted on that. Last but not least, man, former NBA center Sean Bradley is paralyzed as a result of a bike accident. He was struck from behind by an automobile a block away from his home in Utah. He had neck fusion surgery, man, so keep Sean Bradley in prayer for you. That's what I got for sports right there. Follow me on social media at Rock T Holla. And the brand.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, bottom of the hour, it's time for the hot spot. What up, Brat?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brat Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. I got some bad news, y'all. Keyshia Cole, she announced on social media that she is retiring from the music business. After the announcement, the singer told that she said she's retiring for the sake of her children. She explained, whenever album 8 is released, it will be my last. I'm going to focus on my boys and being a present mother instead of always being away. She continued and said, it was my plan from the very beginning. I wanted to make it out the hood, create a better life for me so that when I had children, I could take care of them. I've done a lot and I'm proud of my accomplishments. It's draining now. She revealed that she has plans to release her 8th studio album in the near future. What you think about that, Rick?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really proud of her. I mean, she's trying to go into some other stuff because, you know, the music industry is not the same anymore. So if she's looking to go into other stuff or just go into private life, you know, I think after this pandemic, I don't think nobody is going to be going back to the same schedule again. I know I can speak for myself. That's right. I get it. I do get it.
Yeah, because it does get draining.
It's draining.
Wow. You want to do something different and see where else your talent.
You know, you appreciate it. You're not saying that you don't appreciate it. You love the art. You appreciate it. You had a good time or whatever. And I think from, looking at new talent and kind of sliding over a little bit, letting the people like, Just Hilarious and other comedians from Wild 'N Out come in and do stuff and sit back and enjoy it because, everybody played a role in opening doors for other talent or whatever. Right. So, I'm excited for her, and only thing you want is privacy and peace.
Amen to that, brother. Amen to that.
Hey,
all right, y'all.
Speaking of which,
okay, go ahead.
Shout out to everybody in Houston. We at the Improv Friday and Saturday. Added a matinee show.
Oh.
So if y'all try to come out in H-Town, I'm doing a 4:00 matinee show. The other shows, I think they're already sold out. But man, the ticket demand is just crazy. Houston has always been the place. Houston and Chicago is probably where I sold the most tickets.
We love you in Chicago.
Oh, you already know what time it is. Hey, let me tell you something. Can I tell you a story real quick?
Go ahead.
One of my favorite Chicago stories. First of all, was the New Year's show I did with D-Ray. That was fun at the the Airy Crown.
Oh yeah.
But man, I wasn't able to make it to the Martin Lawrence tour show, and it was like, they canceled all the flights, from Atlanta on Delta. So I'm sitting up in Atlanta airport. I'm like, nah, man, I'm not missing that damn show. Ugh. Man, you know how much them damn private planes cost.
Ooh.
Damn it, I just had to go ahead and just bite a bullet. That whole paycheck plus some money. I had to scramble up a jet. I got there to that damn show.
Up.
And when I walked backstage, man, Martin Lawrence and them looked at me like, Rick, you made it. I'm like, bro, I wouldn't miss this for nothing in the world. And man, I walked on stage in the Shy. And that was just so much fun and so much electricity that night. And D-Ray and Michael Blackson. And I just get excited about stuff like that. Just dedicated, and because nobody have to put you on no tour. But if somebody think enough of you or whatever, and you have an opportunity to make it happen, it's like sometimes you just got to bite the bullet for the cause.
Yep,
you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like, I don't want to miss the show in the Shy, baby. That baby was sold out. So Chi-Town represented, but I'll see y'all in Houston this weekend.
Oh, Ricky.
What's up?
Ricky.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I just got a text. Somebody said you don't want to miss that matinee show in Houston either.
The what?
That matinee show.
Yeah.
They changed it from matinee to matinee.
Wait a minute, say what?
They changed it from matinee to matinee.
I said it wrong, Gary. Wait a minute. Wait, which is it, Gary?
It's matinee, not matinee.
I thought I said matinee.
No, you said mat with a D. It's
with
a T. That's okay.
Coming up.
Get out of bed.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.